If you're an introvert entrepreneur online and you share your knowledge, your wisdom, your expertise, or your experience to solve a major business or a major life problem for your ideal client, the question I have for you is your business reflective? Does it reflect the relationship between the number of potential leads or prospects within your subscriber list? Is there a correlation between how your business is doing and the number of subscribers in your database? For a lot of people, for a lot of introvert entrepreneurs specifically, that relationship just is out of whack, so as to speak. I've seen many introvert entrepreneurs that have a fairly large database, but their business is struggling. And so there is a gap between the size of your database and the business that you're actually doing. Now, that is a problem that you can fix, and I want to reveal to you today just one tweak. Well, it's a series of tweaks, really, that you can implement to make things different right now. Hello and welcome. It's Bio here, and I'm the founder of QuietExperts.com and the creator of the Quiet Experts Method implementation program for introvert entrepreneurs online. And these are service business owners, coaches, consultants, motivated introvert entrepreneurs, I should say, that want to create more alone time so they can focus on growing their business. Now, as an introvert entrepreneur myself, I know that alone time is where the creativity comes from. That's where we introvert entrepreneurs get our ideas we use to refocus and recharge our energies. And so I created the Quiet Experts Method implementation program specifically to allow you to do that, to create more alone time so you can focus on what you need to focus on, eliminate overwhelm and frustration with marketing, sales, and technology, and just be the best that you can be in serving your clients. If you want to learn more about that, I invite you to go to QuietExperts.com. But for now, let's get into this program, this short piece that focuses on how you can tweak what you do in terms of your lead generation to get more returns from the people that are inside your database, your subscriber database. Now, if you're anything at all like anyone that is involved in lead generation, you probably have a method that goes, I have a lead magnet, I have a squeeze page, and then after a person gives me their email address or their name and their email address, then I take them to a page that says, thank you for subscribing. Please check your inbox in the next few minutes. If you don't see our email, check your spam folder. And then after that, what do? You send them a series of emails. And that seems perfectly okay. It's just that it isn't okay. So one of the reasons why it's not okay is because, and this is again a reason behind the creation of the Quiet Experts Method, which is the world's first program for introvert entrepreneurs online, is that things that work for others who aren't necessarily introverts, they assume that what they do works for us as well. Now, don't get me wrong, these are tried and true principles in many of these areas, but it's just that we're built differently. And again, if you are an introvert entrepreneur online, you don't need me to tell you this. So while some of the things may work for these folks over here, the extroverts, while they may work for these folks in the middle, the ambiverts, for those of us who are true introverts, many of these things just don't work. And it's not that we're lazy, it's not that you are lazy, it's just that the things that we have to do aren't in line with how we prefer to do things. So what do? Well, if what I explained earlier on, lead magnet to opt-in page to thank you for subscribing is what you're doing right now, I want to encourage you to do things slightly differently. Number one, your lead magnet is where you need to start. Your lead magnet needs to meet certain criteria. It needs to be safe, and that's something I talk about in the program. Is safe stands for it needs to be short. A stands for action-oriented. F is very, very focused. And then E is easy to consume. But I talk about that in other videos. But now know that it needs to meet the criteria of being safe. But for this particular activity we're engaged in right now, I would just suggest to you that pick a topic, the topic of a lead magnet. And what I want you to do is assume that you just have about 3 to 5 minutes to talk about the content, the focus of your lead magnet to a friend. So one of my mentors used to say, just imagine you're having coffee with a friend and they ask you a particular question and you only have 3 to 5 minutes to talk to them about it. What would you tell them? Well, that's what you should say in your lead magnet. So again, scenario, I'm sitting across the table, or you're sitting across the table from a friend. They've asked you a question which is the topic of a lead magnet, and you only have 3 to 5 minutes to explain it to them, okay? And you know that in order for you to really get to the meat of that particular topic, that you're going to need to talk again. What would you tell them? You'd probably start out by telling that, well, yeah, that's a good question. So you'll tell them the what about that item. Next, you'd probably share with them the why it's important to them and where it fits in the whole scheme of whatever they're trying to do. And then you'd probably suggest, well, let's meet later to go into more details. Okay, so that's your intention for your, just take those as brief guidelines for your lead magnet. What could you just say very, very quickly in there that gives them some sort of results, something they can understand, but they need to, you and your friend need to talk again to move that discussion forward. So we have this safe lead magnet here. The next bit is contrary to what you're doing right now, and that is that you should set up a page on your website. It does not, in fact, I'd suggest it's not listed. So in other words, if people go to your website, when they go to the menu, they will not find the title of that page there. But create a page for that lead magnet, and there again you put it within context, just again talking to your friend, you know, summarize what it is and then give them a link to download. Why am I saying that it shouldn't be part of your menu? Because you can use this same approach for the same magnet and have different pages that position the lead magnet differently. Okay, that's what you're doing. And plus you just want to clog up your menu with all these items, so just have a separate page published, but it is not part of your menu. That page is used to talk about it, put everything, the content that's there into context, and then when so there's a link, when they download it, they go through it, and this applies whether your lead magnet is a video, it's an audio, it's a text, or anything in between. When they go through it, bear in mind that those who are consuming your lead magnet, some of them will have downloaded out of curiosity, so they want that information, they don't necessarily need it, and some will not only want it, they also need it, and they need whatever it tells you, whatever else you have to talk about. And those are the people that you want in your subscriber database. So as you go through, at some point, either in between, at the end, or in both places, you now give them a link to more information. Those people who click the link, who follow through, are the ones you need in your database, in your subscriber list, because they are better qualified than just anybody who downloaded your information. So I hope you found this useful, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask me as usual. There's nothing sleazy, there's nothing unethical. You are not withholding information from people, but it's going to be a lot easier for you as an introvert entrepreneur online to build a relationship with those people who've raised their hand and also have stepped forward to ask for more information about what you do and how you can help them. So that's the tip I wanted to quickly share with you. It's a response to a question I got fairly recently. I just thought I should shoot a quick video for it. I hope you found it useful, and until next time, it's goodbye.